Joe Biden picking his new new Secretary of State. Here we go. It's getting more corrupt. I don't know how much more corrupt you can get if you're in the Joe Biden administration. Vice President-elect Joe Biden has picked his Secretary of State. The Vice President-elect is said to pick Antony Blinken to be the new Secretary of State in his new incoming administration. I can't pronounce his name. Antony Blinken was the Deputy Secretary of State and the Deputy National Security Advisor under the Obama administration. He worked under the Clinton administration, and then from 2002 to 2008 worked as a top Democratic staffer in the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, which the former Vice President and Senator chaired. So right away you can tell he's a former person in that kind of position. Establishment as you can get. He's as establishment as you can get. Now, what are his policies? Why am I so angry? I don't know if you know this. So Joe Biden's cabinet looking more corrupt, as I said, and here's why. First off, he has a really difficult record to go through. One, something he said about China. He attacked Donald Trump from the right on China, as if it's even more possible to attack him from the right. Oh, call Antony Blinken and Joe Biden because they've got it. They've got it. He said, we need to put more military in China. We need to militarize Asia. What does that mean? It means we need to put more of our military inside of Asia. Because here's the deal. We sell weapons to someone like Japan, right? And Japan funds think tanks, like his think tank, West Exec Advisors. And what that think tank does is it takes money from foreign governments like Japan, who is a foe of China. It's not an ally of China. It's more of a friend of the United States. And then essentially what happened was they also took money from defense contractors. Raytheon, Booz Allen, I don't remember the name, Halliburton, Harrington of the world, just a bunch of other defense contractors. And those defense contractors would love Antony Blinken in this top position because, as I just said, he wants to militarize Asia, put our military in there, and sell more weapons to Japan. And basically our weapons for China are, we're down 3-1, but now they want to ramp it up so that we have more weapons than China and we sell more weapons to China and make it 10-1. That's what they want. Because these defense contractors just want to make some more money. That's all they want. And this is this son of a bitch right here. That's all they want is to make more goddamn money. What else did he do? Antony Blinken also, aside from taking the money from the defense contractors and Japan and other foreign governments, by the way, he also wants to militarize India and other places, which right now is not much, We got Narendra Modi in there. I don't think we want him to have our military there. He said that Biden's vote for the Iraq war was a tough diplomatic stance. What diplomatic stance? You killed 200,000 civilians minimum. Minimum. Maximum 1 million or more. We bombed the shit out of the country. We killed Saddam Hussein. We created a terrorist vacuum. ISIS was born. And yet, we gave Iraq an over $83 billion surplus. How is that a tough diplomatic stance? It just made the defense contractors, your friends, more money, you son of a bitch. That's what it did. But it killed 200,000 people. I don't care. Diplomacy at its best. Wow. Just wow. And this guy also helped with the Libyan invasion. Under the Obama administration, they decided to invade Libya. And why? Because they wanted to do nation building and a regime change under Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, the former president of the United States. They wanted to go remove Muammar. I can't pronounce his name. Muammar Gaddafi. They removed Gaddafi. Now there's a slave market. Now there's famine. Now there's destruction. Now there's economic destruction. Now there's terrorism. There's a terrorist vacuum along with the slave market. Oh, but the United States absolutely needed to go into Libya. And he supported that shit. Oh, and who else? What else? Oh, yeah. Syria. Let me tell you something about Syria. You've got Russia in there. You've got Iran in there. Syria and Iran are allies. And you've got Russia, who's allies with Iran. Russia wants the United States out of Syria. And Assad is actually kind of weird character, character himself, because he's actually in the fight with the United States destroying ISIS. When we were in Aleppo fighting ISIS, Assad was in Aleppo fighting ISIS. And yet we knew that the gas attacks were not from Assad. Despite what any other person tells you, any other centrist democratic bootlicker, especially those that voted for Joe Biden, they did not do the gas attacks. It wasn't Assad. It wasn't. I'm sorry to make you cry. I'm sorry it makes you mad. But guess what? You're fucking corrupt if you think that's the case. And he advocated for us going into the civil war in Syria, which we didn't need to be in the first place. That's what he advocated for. That's the guy we're going to have in as Secretary of State. Oh, and by the way, he supported Obama funding the Saudi Arabians and backing the Saudi Arabia to go into war in Yemen. You know what's happening in Yemen right now? Southern Yemen is being bombed the fuck out of. We're bombing the crap out of them. Saudi Arabia is using our weapons and our money to do so. Northern Yemen is not really getting bombed as much. Saudi Arabia is more friendly to them. They might bomb it a couple times here and there, 2-3 times a month, maybe even less, just to make it seem like, yeah, it's the whole Yemen. No, it's not all the Yemenis. Southern Yemen, mainly, is in economic destruction, death, famine, starvation. There's a blockade from Saudi Arabia with the help of the United States on medicine and food and nutrition and all kinds of shit going into the fucking country. And you know who backed that? Barack Obama did. You know who helped him? Antony Blinken. So your tax dollars went to go fund that war. That's what we did. Now he comes out in 2019 and 2020 is like, oh, I want to get out of this war. We need to get out of here. Give me a fucking break. Someone who's been in foreign policy in the United States government for 30 fucking years is all of a sudden going to be against this war? Give me a break, as Joe Biden would say. Stop your fucking crocodile tears, because that's not going to happen. Not at all. Whew. Whenever someone tells you that Joe Biden cares about people and he's a great guy, you slap them in the face for me. Punch them, okay? I give you permission. I'm deadly serious, because this guy advocated for more drone warfare, and I'm gonna get into Avril Haines, one of Biden's other cabinet picks, Antony Blinken as well, Jake Sullivan. They all advocated for this. Michelle Flournoy, who I'll go over somehow, someday. He literally is just this guy, Antony Blinken, is a war hawk. So is Joe Biden. If you think he's gonna change, you're absolutely wrong. And by the way, if you think that for the Young Turks, Cenk Uygur and Anna Kasparian to say, who say, oh, maybe you'll like this guy in person if you meet him. I don't know why you would like a guy who advocated for the killing of many people. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know why you would advocate for that. It's so fucking stupid. This is how corrupt Joe Biden's cabinet is. And I don't want to hear anybody tell me otherwise. Nobody deserves to go to war for the rich, like Antony Blinken, to get rich off of. For Antony Blinken to get rich off of. And for just a bunch of defense contractors to sell some weapons. And then, by the way, they also, quote, want to bring the Situation Room into the boardroom. Meaning that Raytheon, Halliburton, Boeing, all of these people are now going to help make decisions in terms of national security. Oh boy. Guys, this means we're headed into more war, we're heading into throwing more drones, and all of you who voted for Joe Biden are indirectly responsible, or actually, you're directly responsible for the deaths that are going to happen under this fucking president. That's what I'm saying. You are absolutely responsible. And I hope you are ashamed of the death and destruction you're about to cause in this administration.